welcome. It wouldn't be a TENIME stream without technical difficulties. So, my nice go now go. See, this is why I'm better at it. Um, Camera is right here. Yes, okay. So I got to remember to look at the camera. This is my, was it Real Cats Go? This is the Thundercats Go. Ho. Real Cats Ho. Not Thundercats Go. This is not Teen Titans Go. You got Lion-O with his claw shield. You got little Snarf and the kittens. You got Tigra holding his whip in his mouth. You got Chitara with her stick. You got Panthro with his spiked collar. Not his nunchucks. Okay. I mean, I guess it was easier to put the spiked collar there, but yeah. Real Cats Ho. I'm too fat for it, as always. Went from large shirts to extra large. Such as getting old. Hence, putting the gray hairs in my beard on my cartoon thumbnails and everything. So I'm a little closer to the bookcases, if you didn't notice. My ceiling leaked during a thunderstorm, and it hasn't been fixed yet. And it's not leaking anymore, thankfully, because they did something up on the roof. But until they fix the roof and then come in and fix the ceiling, I don't want to move everything back. So I'm right up on the bookcase now. But you're not here to hear me talk about that. And I keep remembering to look over there for the picture. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to boil some water. But also wanted some music because you probably just heard my air conditioning kick on. It's 80 some degrees in Chicago, so let's get the YouTube ad. This should be license free, so hopefully I don't get copyright struck. So, be right back. I have pants on, see? Nothing lewd here. I mean, Deadpool doesn't have pants on, but, Deadpool, so. Stuff is falling off my walls. Sweet. Awesome. Love when that happens. I bricked my laptop, so my personal laptop. It was 5 years old and just giving me problems, and so I got a little upset and was trying to hurry it through updates that I didn't ask for. Thanks, Windows. And some critical error, replace hard drive, so hopefully there's nothing important on there. It was my trivia karaoke laptop, so it's, I didn't keep any personal stuff on there, but so a little background, having been born in 1982, I was too young for Thundercats or G.I. Joe or Transformers or Masters of the Universe. I knew about them growing up, but because all of them started in like 82, I was the prime age for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles starting in 1987. I was a Ninja Turtle kid, but somehow I was also the perfect age, which I meant to look up when the cartoon started. Oh, and there goes the music because I just closed my screen. Play. Thank you. This is the problem with live, and if I hadn't had the technical difficulties with the camera at 2 hours ago, it is now 3:33 p.m. Central Standard Time. If I had not had I want the music to be background, not to overwhelm me, so You probably haven't heard a word I've said this whole time since the music's been on. If I hadn't had the technical difficulties 2.5 hours ago, I would have been prepared. I would have had notes, I would have had everything, but I was spending the last 2.5 hours trying to get the technical difficulties fixed, and it didn't happen, and now I'm a little upset. And yeah, so we're looking up distributed in 1986. So yeah, I was 4. But yeah, I was only 5 for Turtles, but well, if Turtles was 87 and you were 5, then what were you 4 for in 1986? Well, that would be Silverhawks. My childhood can be defined by three things: dinosaurs, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Silverhawks. So today we're going to be unboxing some Super7 Silverhawks. I do have an affiliate link if you are interested. I will have some very, very good things to say about Super7 in this stream, and I will have some very, very not good things to say about Super7 in this stream, and I hope I don't get the affiliate link taken away from me. But if you go to super7.com/TENIME Art Studios, if you're here, you know how that's spelled. So it's all one word: TENIMEARTSTUDIOS. There's the microwave with the boiling water. I will be right back. Don't burn my hands. Like, boiling water? Why are you getting boiling water? Well, because we're dealing with Super7 products, and one of the problems that I've had with Super7 and McFarlane and NECA, yes, Hasbro haters, I have had this happen to Hasbro figures, but not enough to call it an issue. I know people have, so just because that was not my experience does not mean I'm going to discount their experiences, but I have not had this happen as much with Hasbro to consider it an issue with Hasbro. I have had this happen far, far too much with both Super7 and NECA to consider it an issue with Super7 and NECA figures, and that is the breaking of joints. So that is why we have boiling water, because I was fine breaking this joint, but I'm not going to be fine breaking the joints that we're going to be unboxing today. So let me see if I can get someone, since no one's on live right now. Of course, I still can't see the comments, but let me tell Threeps I'm live if you'd like to watch. Calling you out live, Threeps. I need someone to tell me if this music is too loud or too quiet or what. So maybe put it by the microphone. Is the microphone down here? Probably. No. The camera's up here. So I don't like Apple products. I do all of my artwork on an iPad because I use Procreate, and Procreate is Apple exclusive. And Procreate, I will not ever have enough time or words to say enough good things about Procreate. I absolutely love Procreate. So unfortunately, that means I'm stuck using Apple products. So music, maybe. Hopefully it's not too loud. Still got to be able to hear me, and my air conditioning keeps kicking back in. Now you'll notice one thing which we will get to. See, there's no structure, so it's hard to. I'm having to prop the iPad so it doesn't fall. You see, he's on a doll stand because one big problem that I've had with both Super7 and NECA. So, because you always have NECA people thinking that NECA can do no wrong. NECA never does anything wrong. NECA's the best thing ever, and I'm not here to. This is not a NECA bashing video, but like every foot soldier I have, whether it is Mirage or movie or cartoon, their ankles will not support them. They flop over. There we go. And my NECA David Xanatos, the same thing. He's leaning back against the Xanatos Steel Clan armor. The original Buzzsaw, I had to put him in like a little pelvic thrust. That really drives you insane just to keep him from falling over. So I am happy with the pose where he's like pulling his little chest ripcord to get his saws a spinning. Okay, well some spin better than others. Maybe because the arm's in a pose? I don't know. Because I'm saying, anyways, we're not reviewing the old ones. We're opening the new ones. However, because I've got a Thundercats shirt on, and I got some new Super 7 Thundercats figures with the new Silverhawks figures. So just because I was too young for Thundercats doesn't mean I didn't get into it later in life. These are the Mattel figures. It was a San Diego exclusive, I think, a 2-pack. So we are going to open the new Super 7 Wily Cat and Wily Kit. So, let's go girls first. Let's go girls first, shall we? This is a equal opportunity channel, so I don't objectify and I don't discriminate. So first thing you're going to notice is there's no cardboard slipcover. I should have had a slipcover ready. Hang on. Wrong show, but so Super 7 Ultimates used to come with these awesome slipcovers. Stuff falling and breaking. Used to come with these awesome slipcovers. Will this fit? Maybe? Yes? Okay, cool. And that's how they would come. And, well, the whole thing would be in the bag. And, I mean, these were cool enough that I obviously have kept a few. Like, I will throw away... Just because the bag. I will throw away the box itself, but, like, I've kept a few of these because what I want to do is I want to, like, cut the front out and, like, frame it. Because, I mean, that's beautiful. Like, I have a Silverhawks one, I have a Thundercats one, I have a big Thundercats one that, like, Mum-Ra the Ever-Living came in, and then I've got the big Monster one. I think the Mum-Ra and the regular Thundercats were just the same Thundercats logo. Then I don't have a smaller one. I kept the big one from Mum-Ra. I kept Ghost Jagas because his was blue instead of black and red. So Thundercats ones would be black, and then you'd have the red Thundercats logo there. They did away with those. The excuse, I haven't heard any reason. I haven't heard any excuse. The excuse was probably cost. Well, then you should have axed the bags, because these don't do anything to protect the figure. I'm fine without the shipper box. Those were always garbage. Missed, of course. But, like, get rid of the bags, because plastic bags are notoriously impossible to recycle. Thin cardboard is not. So, if you were going to cut something for cost, should have cut the plastic bag and not... I keep looking up at the screen. I'm trying to watch myself and look at you guys at the same time. This is not Thundercats, but, you know, again, I would have been more prepared had I not had technical difficulties for 2.5 hours. So, looking at the box, standard Super 7 Ultimates fare, and, like, everything's mirrored, too. So, like, this looks like my left hand, but it's my right. So hopefully you're seeing it the right way. So hopefully it's not mirrored for you. My ear itches. I'm sorry, I'm not picking my ear. Um, so, little window for the figure, logo and name. You got a little Ultimates logo on the top. You got some nice artwork and a character description on the back. Let's get her out, shall we? Look out, he's armed! Alright. I'm gonna be throwing a lot of stuff to the side, so. Insert has this little, I don't know what it is, exploded rocks? Yeah, it's like a little, like a cave-in. So, yeah, at first when I started streaming, it defaulted to vertical. I'm like, I'm not doing this vertically. You know, this is probably going to take like an hour and a half, 2 hours, so I'm not going to do that vertically. So, the trays are taped. Deep breath. I'm hungry. Technical difficulties just ruined everything, man. So we have her hoverboard. That is not the same sculpt as the Mattel. That's cool. So, little Thundercats logo, some good matte paint. You get the Super7 haters who hate matte paint because it looks too cartoony. They want the dirty, dark wash that all NECA figures have. And, you know, that works for realistic live action stuff, guys. But, like, cartoon stuff needs to be flat. Sorry. You know, it's not your style, but don't hate on the whole company. There's plenty of reasons to hate on the company. Some good paintwork down there. And then the stand for it is also not the same as Mattel, and I like it because the Mattel one, very generic. Just a generic flight stand. See if we can get the... Ah, she dropped her lasso. So you can get the... So it's shorter, significantly, but it's also wider. So... I don't know why they went with the different colors too. So I all sorts of different sources. You know, I'm a Colossal fan, but not an expert. So I'm not even a Colossal. I mean, I'm not even an expert on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which has pretty much been my entire life. Like I only got back into Silverhawks like 8 years ago. And I only got into Thundercats like maybe 10 years ago. So, you can see the Mattel figure has got some pretty good balance. I did use the looser grip, so it's not a reflection on the Mattel figure, but I mean, you can't get these anymore anyways. So, but yeah, I like this way, way better. Got a nice little like blast of like dust with a little cloud, and it's like sculpted in a way that it's really conveying motion, so it's not just like it looks like she's like zipped off, you know, like pew. The top part is on a ball joint, so that will plug into the hole on the bottom of the hoverboard. It's a softer plastic, which makes me glad because it is always the harder stuff that snaps. So that peg, oh, never mind. I was gonna say the peg doesn't want to sit flush. Nope, I got it. It sits flush. So there. This is a little loosey-goosey. So, but being a ball joint, that's an easy. You shouldn't have to fix it, but it's an easy fix. So there's a really shallow foot peg there. So there's only one foot peg on the Mattel, but it's a lot longer, as you can see. Getting her out. So we have 5 hands total. The Mattel only came with 4. In fact, let me pull. Did I not find the 4th hand, or did I send it flying when I had my autistic fit with my laptop? Oh, nope, here it is. Hopefully I didn't just flash everyone in my bulge. And people close the video. Please don't go. All right. Oh, you can't see those. So, there's the Mattel accessories. Like I said, I'm throwing stuff. All right. Oh, that's cool. She got a little hand that's like holding a pill or a capsule. So, get it. It's not focusing. Sorry. But hopefully you can make it out blurry as it is. It has a horizontal hinge. Then, I got tweezers in case I need to pull in. She has a closed grip. The middle finger and thumb are melded together. And it's like a slight trigger. So, this is a right hand. Capsule was a right hand. Stop looking at the screen, Chris, and look at the camera. So, horizontal hinge. Hopefully my hands aren't too gross. Okay. Then this is a left hand. Same thing. So, slight trigger finger, so like the index is up a little bit. It is separate, so they're not sculpted together. Actually, none of the fingers are sculpted together. Just the tip of the thumb and the tip of the middle finger. So, horizontal hinge. Okay, is Steelheart's hawk in frame? I mean, I know it's in frame, but like, was it drawing focus from the camera? Was my thought. All right, so Mattel has a pink lasso and the same wrapped up with a peg on it, so you can peg it on the back of her belt. Or technically that's on her skirt. But to assume that it's hanging from the belt, I guess. Super7 doesn't do that. There's like a small version that looks like a noose, man. Absolutely looks like a noose. And then there is a full version, which is quite a bit bigger than the Mattel one. So this is a little floppier. This is kind of more rigid. So you can actually, oh look, yeah, see, Mattel's is floppy, whereas this is good for action poses. It's like she's swinging it. So I like that. I like that a lot. Something that Mattel did not do was she has an extra head. So something that Super7 did, even with the Mattel remolds of Lion-O, Panthro, Pumira, Jackalman, and Mumra. Oh well, and the kittens. So she, wow, that is spectacular. Sorry, Mattel, but which made. Not specifically Mattel, these are sculpted by 4 Horsemen, so I don't know who's doing the sculpting now. Through the box. Doesn't say. Sculpting, nope. Contents, 1 figure. Contents, 1 figure with accessories. Legalese, yeah, I didn't show you the bottom, whatever. So yeah, I don't know who sculpted these, but wow, that is beautiful. Little winking head. And when it comes to the heads like these, I actually prefer to use these over the standard for my display. So that'll be going on the body as soon as they get her pulled out. She is trapped with the, I don't know what to call these. They're not rubber bands. They're not twist ties. It's a solid plastic that's like, has those on both ends. Every toy company uses them nowadays, so I don't know what to call them. So if you know what they are called, please put it in the comments. See, if I throw this, I'm going to end up stepping on it later, but my trash can is not nearby, so... Is that boiling water still hot? Okay, good. Get her out of her bubble. You do want to be careful when doing this, just because, especially if the bubble is a harder... Because if the figure is fragile, the bubble will break them as they are released from it. I like that better. Thank you, Super7. I like that so much better. All right. So she has a ball. Dumbbell. She got a dumbbell. So she got a dumbbell up in the neck. I'm putting the new head on, sorry. Ooh. Okay. Is that as far down as it'll go? Don't break it. Please don't break it. It's a concern with everything. It's a concern with Hasbro, even though I said I don't have as many problems. Ooh. Oh, man, so much better. Let me show you the regular head. Or go all gushing. I love the brightness of the colors. Also, her hair is like shorter. So you can see that. And actually, you know what? She's smaller just in general. Okay, I'm gonna have to get her off this hoverboard. But yeah. Focus. Hey, there was nothing wrong with this. So, Four Horsemen are amazing. I absolutely love their figura obscura. If you've seen my channel before, the last live stream I did was the figura obscura gods of Egypt. So, all right. So, her standing there. So this is not a remold. Hinge and swivel shoulders. Can go all the way up. All the way down, that's great. All the way around. Let's do both sides, just test the joints. Hinge and swivel elbows. This is a complaint amongst Super7 collectors, is it's, 90, and some of the figures don't even get 90, especially if they got biceps. So she's got some like relaxed hands on her in the box. I'll let you look at her a little bit. I should have. Ooh, wonder if that'll work. Yeah, I really love the bright vibrancy. I know this type of skin was, like, people were complaining about it with April, but like the translucency like makes it almost like glow, and our skin isn't flat paint, guys. Our skin is translucent. It absorbs and reflects light. No, their April figure is not perfect. So hinge and swivel. Hinge and swivel. She has horizontal hinges on all her hands. You know that I prefer my grips to have vertical hinges. It is what it is. Nothing I can do about that. So I was like, so the bad thing about Mattel is they were just pegs. There were no hinges. So all Mattels were swivels. So, and I mean, they had a hinge and swivel, and it doesn't even get up to 90. So look at that, better range. She is smaller. Not by much. The hair definitely does a lot. So she has a ball joint in her waist, which is awesome. Her skirt it's a little pliable. I'm not getting all perverted here. Painted. It's painted. Now who's the perfect? So I'm trying to look at the articulation, darn it. So there is a capped hinge and swivel. So that's how far she can get out. That's how far she can get up. Not great, but the thigh is capped. It's a little tight. I mean, you don't get a lot of range because there's not a lot of room in there. Hinge and swivel knees, which is a definite problem, especially when you can't get up to 90 Super 7. So that's one of my biggest problems, is that they've known about all of this since their first Ultimates, and us customers have been saying, please do better. And the response from Super 7 Command has been, well, this is how I like it, so I'm not going to change it. These are my figures, and they don't need to be super articulated. Sorry. It's like, you know, if I were able to edit this, because my PC tower is on the fritz, but like if I could edit this, I'd put in that clip from Joe Dirt. You know, it's not about you, it's about the consumer. It's not what you like, it's the consumer. So she got hinge, ankles with a forward-facing pin for rocker. I can rock all the way. I love these colors so much better. So much better. That's gonna happen. Even the paintwork, like, that's just a very flat stripe, but there's like some spikiness there, man. So there's a little bit of spikiness there, but like there's a lot of spikiness in the black paint there. So it's just, I'm very happy. I'm glad because that's the concern is, you know, if I already have the Mattel, why do I need the Super 7? I already spent the money, why do I need to spend more money? And these aren't cheap. $54.99 should be MSRP. They were sold out on BBTS last I looked, so I am behind on Thundercats. Snarf was the last one I got, but I didn't get anyone else in his wave, and I want them all. I didn't get anyone else in her wave, and I want them all, and I didn't get anyone else in his wave, and I want them all. So Snarf was an immediate, I need to get Snarf because he completes my shelf. The kittens was more of a, well, they're pre-sold out, so if I cancel, I may not be able to get a shot at them again. I am not sponsored by BBTS, but I will sing BBTS's praises with them adopting the Sezzle payment plan options. I've been able to get more than previously. I've been able to get more than when I lived with my parents and had no bills, you know, and I live alone now and I have bills, and, you know, it gets a little disheartening where you're, you know, killing yourself to scrape by and survive and pay bills and make rich people richer, and can't enjoy stuff like this. But with the payment plans, I mean, you know, what, the $12.50 every 2 weeks. That's awesome. So thank you, BBTS. I know I don't have the subscribers or the views. 33 minutes in, I haven't had anyone jump in live yet. But, you know, if I can ever get big enough and you want to sponsor me, I'll happily take that sponsorship. So there's some sponsorships I'm like, why is this person sponsored by this company? Is it a mold defect, or if that's actually the plastic breaking? I don't know. I got a line on the back of one of her forearms. I don't know if that's possible to see. Like the cut for the joint, like there's a line leading from it down the arm a little bit. You can kind of see it with the light. Like, even though it's not focusing, you can kind of see the light and shadows kind of accentuating it. I don't know if that's a mold defect or if that broke when I freed it up. So, I mean, it's, you know, not affecting the stability of her joint. So you can see I'm having a little bit of trouble getting her to stand. This is not loose joints. That is absolutely the problem that I have with anyone who is utilizing a stand, is loose joints. I mentioned NECA's problem with loose ankles. Super7 is usually hips. So a peg stand is not going to help with loose lower body, because then the looseness is just going to flop against the stand. I've had the movie April O'Neil. She comes with a stand that plugs into her feet, but because it doesn't support her upper body and her ankles are loose, she falls over and takes the stand with her, and it's still connected when she's fallen. So it's this concerns me, this looseness. I will definitely need to popped out nicely, smoothly, cleanly, not worry. I always say I would rather have something pop out than break. There's that buzzsaw hand. It also happened to a Monstar hand too. I did not get the toy color of Monstar because there's a lot to like about it. And I got the original toy. I really, really want the alternate head that they put with it, so you can mimic the transformation. So even though the Super7 version can't do that, I do still really, really want that head for my Wave 1 Monstar. So if anyone wants to sell me just that head, be reasonable with your price, but I'll buy it. I'm kind of hoping someone throws it up on eBay for, $10-15. So which is a lot for a head. So, I'm being generous with that offer. But just, this was the extent of their paint changes, where it's just all one solid color. It might be a nicer color than the cartoon version that I have, which is a little lighter. And for villains, I do tend to typically like a darker color scheme. But the Wave 1 Monstar, he's up on the shelf. I didn't bother bringing him down. I have no Monstar to compare him with, so. There just wasn't enough paint differences for me to spend that much money. It was like $90 for one figure, and it's just a repaint of the figure I already have with one new head that I would like, so, but that's what happened to my Wave 1 Monstar, trying to test the joint and snap the peg. Same with buzzsaws, snap the peg. That's why we have boiling water sitting here that's hopefully not going to cool by the time we get to some of the tougher joints. All right, so we are going to, so you can actually, because there's a hole in the back of her belt, and it's on her belt, not her skirt. You plug the noose, so she can carry this lasso as well. But if she's holding it, she can't be carrying it. So I like the capsule hand. And I already forgot what pose she was in, so it was kind of mirrored of Cat. So then let me give her the left grip. And she's going to face that way. Well, that kind of stinks. So her left arm, which I don't want blocking her face on the shelf. We'll put her in like a little surfer pose. So the holes are at the ball of the foot instead of the heel. So hence why it would be shallower. As I was raving about before when I looked, her toes are actually clawed, as they should be. These toes are not clawed; they're just like normal human feet. So, the fingers do come to points. Probably with the relaxed hands, you could probably say that they're clawed, but I mean they're so tiny that it's hard to illustrate the clawedness. These do also the Mattel also do come to a point, so please don't laugh at me about the painter's tape over my peephole. Someone was like, they can see through don't know why I went Hank Hill. My coworker does not sound like Hank Hill. No, I had a coworker be like, they can see through the people from the outside. Which I always thought like the glass was in such a way that, you could look through, but you couldn't see anything because the glass would distort your vision. That sucks. Her grip hands are too wide to hold the lasso. The lasso's too skinny, and it just loosely. That's disappointing. And this is where a vertical grip would come in handy, because then I could pose it in a way that. That's disappointing. That's very disappointing. I may have to like wrap some. You see, I shouldn't have to wrap some tape around there. Well, let's see how she fits on the hoverboard. Shallow, so it's a good hold though. It's a good hold. Look at the camera, TENIME. Jeez. Look at the camera. Man, that is such a bummer. Because literally the handle of the lasso it's sculpted, but it's there. But her grip is like this. And obviously, the lasso is not gonna... She's not gonna be able to hold it too tightly. Oh, I'm gonna cut one of the... cut the finger free and tighten the grip with hot water. She can't grip it tightly. That sucks, man. Not the end of the world. It didn't break. It didn't break, but like, that's lame. Why would they not? And there are no other grip hands. It's the two grips and the one capsule holding. So, and you can see that this is even looser with her weight on it. So, hopefully I can get a good angle. Oh, no, see, that's the weight distribution there is gonna... Well, I'll definitely have to, like, tighten that up. Put some hot glue in there, cover the ball with super glue, put a piece of paper, put some poster tack. So, like I said, there's a lot to love, and there's a lot to just... Why would you do that? Why would you? Because they're unnecessary. Like, they're unnecessary complaints. Like, you've been doing this for too long, and you've had people say this is a problem, and just, and this, the wide grip hand with the tiny object, that's Bush League, man. That's, like, that should be action figure 101, Like, well, that's okay. That's cool. That's cool. Not the position I wanted her arm in, but All right. Put her up front. We're 43 minutes in. We're only on the first figure. I am going to put all the accessories in my accessory bin. So. Verdict, I like her better than the original. But the original still does things better. Like, the handle is thick enough for the grip. Come on, guys. Like I said, this is Bush League. This is kindergarten. This is preschool. This is preschool. Anyway, time for cat. Plastic bag. Gonna suffocate some poor sea animal. Move, cat. Nope, that's not gonna. trying to keep him on camera without being in my way. Well, there's the legalese and stuff. If you want to look at it, barcode. Which, I mean, these. like at first it was like, why are they putting barcodes? They're not going to be sold in stores. But then they started being sold in stores. So I saw FYE or Best Buy. Yeah, so there's him. Which his almost. Do I have them backwards or did they have them backwards? Because there's Mattel's Wile E. Kit. There's Mattel's Wile E. Cat. Maybe I had the Mattels backwards. So then, comparing the colors there, again, I prefer the vibrant orangish over the like mustard, Dijon mustard. Though I do like the brighter blue better than the more subdued periwinkle. The blue is actually a little closer. These are Mattel, dummy. Look at how close the blues from the same company are. Never claimed to be smart. I always claimed to be mentally disabled. So the way the Mattel ones plugged in was like a coat hanger, not a coat hanger, like picture frame hole for hanging up on the wall. And then there was like a little area in there. I didn't compare those. The jet port. That's cool. Got to move the board forward. Those move the board up off the ground, but that moves it forward. And then tilting turns. On today's episode of how to work a hoverboard that doesn't exist in real life. Well, how cool would that have been? I just dropped it and it just froze. Ooh, it's not on the stand. So yeah, the stand did have a little ball joint there, had a cool little Thundercats logo. But then the peg would go into the picture frame hole. You'd slide that into the slot there. And then just like hanging a picture frame, you'd slide it down. So I was trying to take it apart for storage. So that's cats apparently, not kits. Let's get him open. I tore the box. It's garbage. As my favorite YouTuber says, it is just the garbage around my toys. Same insert with the explodey rocks and stuff. My music ended. 51 minutes. You said it was 12 hours, man. Royalty-free music. Okay, well. Threeps is fighting his own technology battle. Well, Threeps, hopefully you get to enjoy this later when it's uploaded, so. Just to be nicer to my neighbors who don't care about slamming doors in the back hallway, I'm gonna slide the box instead of throwing it this time. No tray underneath, everything's on top. So, tape for the little protector here. You get the picture, pegs broke. So here's the Mattel cat accessories, hands. Mattel came with 4 hands, but one of his accessories is a hand with his smoke bombs all together. Which, the skin tone being different, the sculpt being larger, I won't be able to use that because they included a bunch of his smoke bomb hands, but nothing with like the smoke going off. It's kind of a bummer. Three hours later. Same thing. Ooh, free up the ball joint. Sticky plastic. Kind of neat. So it's all glued together, but it's not all one piece. So you see, they kind of plugged the center piece in there, and it's glued, like it's fused. I would not know how to I don't know, wouldn't need to, but I was marveling at how there's like a hollow tube in the middle of a little smoke stream. It is identical to hers. Cat's alt head. Awesome, definitely going to be using that as my default display. So they got a little paint scuff. Oh, typical Super 7 quality control. Because NECA and Hasbro never have any paint issues. I will never, ever defend Super 7's crap. But there's ignoring the crap. Where was I going with that? Like, I don't pretend the bad stuff doesn't exist. But the bad stuff, even when it results in the figure breaking, it doesn't ruin the good about it. My first Mandora, the Evil Chaser, I went to test her diaphragm articulation. I should put that in quotes, articulation. Because even when it doesn't break, it's where I was getting at, there's not a lot of range there. Like, not rotating, not tilting. But okay, something came unpegged. As I've said frequently, I don't have a carpet monster, I have a hardwood floor monster. A Moon Knight MCU, Hasbro MCU Marvel Legends Moon Knight. One half of his Moonerang, because you can combine them, or they come at halves. One half went somewhere, and I don't know where it went. It wasn't under the couch. Like, I can lift the couch up. You know, I'm physically disabled, but I can lift the couch up. It's not that heavy a couch. And then even just sliding the couch back on the hardwood floor. Like, I'm thinking maybe it went under one of my bookcases, but I can't check that because not only would I have to empty the bookcase, but it's bolted to the wall. So I'd have to unbolt it to the wall, and because it's drywall, that would just completely ruin what tenuous grasp it has on the drywall. Anyways, what I was saying is, you know, there's good stuff to like, and I'll point out the bad stuff, but I'm not gonna pretend that other companies don't have the bad stuff too. And I've seen that happen a lot. You know, it's, oh, look at that paint scuff, typical Super 7 quality control. Now let me go look at my NECA figure, which is impeccable. Okay, I could pull any NECA figure out right now and show you paint problems. Here, any paint problems on Mikey? He's a little cross-eyed. Oh, see, you have to look for it. I had to look for it here too, MFer. Can you see it? Can you see it out of focus? Then it's not that big of a paint issue. It's a microscopic speck between his left eyebrow and eye. And then his right eyebrow, and this is getting nitpicky, his right eyebrow paint is a fraction of a millimeter off the sculpt. And I'm the one thing I look at when I'm shopping for figures in store is their face paint. I will take a figure with messed up body paint as long as the face is good. So I'm picky about faces. This is going to be my display face. No issues. I was honestly expecting to bash Super 7 this entire video, and instead I'm like defending against the bashers. Looks like he's got the exact same. The curves are a little different. Actually, no, they're not. It's just one got shaped in the package a little differently. It's the exact same mold. different color plastic. And then for him here, it's not even a lasso. It's this weird bolo thingy. So this is what came off. While not a capsule hand, he has a hand holding one of his smoke bombs, and it's sculpted. There's like, it looks like a keyhole. And then there's like a little peg on his middle finger. Camera's over here. My problem with flight simulators are like sniper games, because the, oh shoot, what's that called? The inverted controller movement. So just came off the peg. I was gonna be like, look at how stable the grip is. That puts egg on my face. Come on. This thing is tiny, man. This thing is tiny. That's what she said. Oh. Well, if you're bragging about how big it is, then it's not that big. I said it. I said it. I'm gonna have to glue that on. Didn't break. Maybe it looks like it was never glued. Which I don't know if it should have been glued. Maybe the friction was supposed to hold it on, but there. See? I obviously don't want it to go flying. I have wood floors. This thing might get lost in a groove. Yep, see, it came out. Actually, you didn't see because it's off camera, but this is the problem with doing the live stream thing. So, but yeah, it came out. I'll glue it in. I don't see any. I mean, the hand can't be used for anything else. The fingers are sculpted to the palm, and then it's got that peg on there, so it can't be used for anything but holding that ball. So I'm absolutely going to glue it. Not going to bother doing it on the stream. Bad enough I brought the boiling water. So these have horizontal hinges, which actually, for throwing a ball, a horizontal hinge is the correct hinge. For holding a lasso, I mean, you kind of would need, you know, sling it back, sling it forward. So like, yeah, I wish the lasso hands were vertical. But for the ball throwing, so some clear like motion effects sculpted to the hand. Is that sculptor glued? Might be sculpted and just painted around, and there's no paint on the clear part. That's pretty good. I wouldn't be able to do that. My failing eyesight and shaky hands. My shaky hands. So, at least he can be throwing the balls or holding one. I do like the smoke coming out the top of them, though. That's kind of a bummer. He comes with a lot of hands, though, man. He's got some splayed out, also horizontal hinges, also an appropriate hinge for a splayed out hand. So, splay like you've never splayed before. The fingertips come to a point for his claws. He's got boots, so yeah, she's barefoot, but he's got boots. Test the joints. Then he comes with two grip hands that are also way too big for his lasso. Though they're not the same hands. The sculpt is a little bigger, a little more masculine, not as petite, not as slender. They also have horizontal grips. They also have pointy claw fingers. The middle and thumb are not connected like on hers. So they are painted. I'm getting paint flecks scraping off as I'm testing the joint. Also happens with NECA. You know, like I said, I think my Gods of Egypt video, I should have taken a picture because my Xerix and Zork, my lap was covered in green and yellow paint chips. I mean, covered. Like, I know I exaggerate a lot, but that is not an exaggeration. Neither was the 2.5 hours spent trying to get this stream up and going. So I'm getting hungry. Getting hungry. Getting hungry. Getting hungry. Where did I put the other one? So I was like, remember if I throw this, I'm gonna step on it later. I'm barefoot because it's hot in here. As I said in the Gods of Egypt video that I did not do with her tray, I always like to hold the tray up to the light, make sure I didn't leave any accessories inside it. See, I will slide it to not make such noise. Dumbbell. Oh. In the box, his feet are a little pointed, and I haven't tested the joints yet, so that's why he wouldn't stand. I mean, just the sculpt is better, and again, no disrespect to Four Horsemen, but the sculpt on this is just better. Not just more not just more animation accurate, which it is, but it just looks better. And that is my problem with nostalgia goggles, my friends, is when someone has nostalgia goggles, they don't think that the original can be improved upon. So when you have something that is as poorly animated as a lot of the 80s cartoons were, I mean, the best animation in Thundercats, ooh, got some paint stuck in there. That was scary. Hinge and swivel. Hinge and swivel elbows. No paint in there. Cool. The nice translucent plastic I was marveling about on her. He's got some relaxed hands on him in the box. They've got horizontal hinges, which are appropriate for relaxed hands. I'm getting more paint scrapes on me. My fingers are going to be flipping sore tomorrow. My fingers are going to be flipping sore on Saturday because tomorrow's my birthday, and most of my pile of loot from Big Bad Toy Store I saved to open on my birthday. Just, 42, no one buys me presents anymore, so my widowed mother was awesome enough to get me the entire series of the best Transformers cartoon, Transformers Animated, rest in peace, Derek Wyatt, on DVD. So, and she got me an awesome t-shirt. It says, my favorite dinosaur is Deinonychus. So it's really cool. It's got a silhouette of it, feathered, of course. He's got the same articulation as her. I'm testing it, so the range is the same too. So good 90-degree range on his right arm at least. Left arm's almost there. Still not as bad as Mattel. His back and forth for his ankles are limited due to the sculpt, because they sculpted that little cuff fold there. I don't know how they would have gotten around it. Guarantee you, if they hadn't sculpted it, someone would have been like, "That's not animation accurate." So, because nerds can never be happy with anything. And so that's the point I was trying to get across. I don't hate NECA. I'm in the most abusive relationship ever with NECA. Like they keep pushing me downstairs, and I just respond with a thank you. May I please have some more TMNT? Right now, the Archie TMNT Adventures Mondo Gecko and Wrestling Leatherhead and the Turtles Wrestling 4-pack and then the Mirage Rat King are all hitting targets now, and I don't have money for them. And while history would dictate that these singles would be available on places like Big Bad Toy Store, I'm not sponsored. And I would not, I will not discount if anyone's had a bad experience with Big Bad Toy Store. And B, I would not ever ignore if I had a bad experience. And I've never had a bad experience with Big Bad Toy Store. I've needed them to do some pretty outlandish things. Like I've needed their customer service to do some pretty outlandish things for me, and they've always complied. Not only have they done it, but they've done it with a pleasant attitude because, I mean, you don't have to be autistic. You don't even have to be raised right. If you've just worked in retail or customer service, you don't want to be the jerky customer. So I'm like, even when I'm upset, I always try and keep like an even keel. I like to repeat, I'm not upset with you. I'm just don't know how else to express being upset. I still need you to know that I'm upset. I just don't want you to think that I'm upset at you. I don't want to ruin your day by taking it out on you. But like when I've gone to BBTS with issues, it's more been like a sad upset, not a mad upset. Like it's like, oh God, I'm gonna be screwed if BBTS can't fix this, and then they're like, oh, well, we'll be happy to fix it, and they fix it. When no other place would fix the types of problems that I've personally had that BBTS's customer service has fixed for me. I've had I don't want to get too detailed because I don't want people to like think they can take advantage of them, and then BBTS gets mad at me and won't sponsor me or let me keep a pile of loot anymore. But like, I paid a non-refundable deposit for the Executive Replicas Loose Collector, the Crypt, one of their werewolves, and I had the gray one on pre-order. And I decided that, well, I don't want the gray one on pre-order. I want the black one on pre-order. I'd eventually like all four, and I hope they all four stay in stock long enough for me to utilize the Sezzle payment plans, but I can't get all four at once. So I called them up and I'm like, I know it's a non-refundable deposit. I don't want to lose it. I can't afford to lose it. Is there any way for you to like move the deposit from one wolf to the other? And they're like, well, tell you what, while you're on the phone with us, we'll refund it to store credit and then just immediately place a pre-order for the correct colored wolf. So the deposit gets taken by the store credit. And they did, and I did, and everything went great, and I thanked her, and like I was pleasant about it, she was pleasant about it. There's no reason for them to do that. No other company would do that. They'd be like, sorry, we're keeping your NRD, and you're gonna have to pay another one. No other company would move it over, which technically they didn't move the deposit over, but maybe they don't have a way to do that. I mean, all the times I've been in retail, the way that you would have to move money over is by refunding and then just repaying it. So I got the Black Wolf pre-ordered. So, and that was just the most recent. They've offered to hold the pile of loot from automatic shipping if I know that an item is coming into stock soon. So if you have an item that's about 1 day from automatic shipping, 0 days from automatic shipping, but you got an email saying this item's going to hit our warehouse soon, like they'll hold your pile of loot until that one item comes in so you can ship it all together. Again, they have no cause to do that. And I don't think it's unique treatment. I mean, I'm no one special. They don't know me. So, and it can't be just because I'm nice to them. It's ooh, yippee, you're nice to me. I'm not gonna, violate my job or do something I can't do. That's another thing you learn in working customer service is all the customers that ask you to do things that you have no physical way of doing, Like moving a non-refundable deposit over. It's why it has to be refunded and given back. So his center of gravity is a little better. So, because she's got like the bare feet with like the toeless, heelless socks, like beard hair. And then he's just got flat soles. But I wanted to display him on there anyway. So yeah, let's compare his boards. These are the boards to compare and not. I I don't know why I had the Mattel boards backwards. I don't. I thought I had them right. I had to have looked at something to decide on giving her his and his hers. But this is the Mattel. And this is the Super 7. See, these are like these are even solid sculpted. These are sculpted like concave, and then the inside is painted with the little yellow energy. So, and then you get the little jets. That's a white. That's a yellow. I really like that bright red. That pours the burgundy rust. I'm an artist, I should know. Thundercats symbols. Ooh, Mattel's is flat and Super 7's is rounded a little bit. You can kind of see it. I don't know, maybe. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely happy with my purchase. Size comparisons. Yeah, look how much bigger he is. This is cool because then it kind of makes him a little more kid-like. Again, with the Mattel, don't break it. It's just a solid peg. There is no joint. All of the hands are like that. Stand him straight. Oh, cool. So Super 7 did paint the crisscross wraps, but it's just a slightly different brown. It's a little more reddish. I like it. The contrast is cool. They didn't paint the cuff, but that's not even a cuff. That's more of like a tight band. So it's like, these are hard things to compare because, you know, it's like, what are the sources? Where did they get their sources? Wow, he's a lot shorter. Doesn't have the giant poofy hair of Kit to throw things off. So he's got his little Wolverine hair. Actually, that is exactly Wolverine hair. Who's Wolverine's creator? Len Wiseman? You know Len Wiseman created Wolverine, right? Correct me, please, nicely. Yeah, we still have 3 Silverhawks to go. I'm sorry this is going so long. So, this is why. Well, this is not why. I was gonna say this is why Robo and Veeb's SDCC stream was 3 hours. It's like, well, no, because it was 2 people talking about all of the reveals at San Diego. This is 1 person looking at 5 figures and complaining about complainers and technical difficulties, and so. Ooh. Don't be so violent with your toys, people. That's how you break things. And see, if I'd been able to do this on a computer... Ooh, that's gonna snap. I don't want that to happen. Slide it, idiot. Oh, well, I should have slid it first. There's a softer plastic, but that's gonna stress if I keep messing with it. Ba-doop. Cool. Oh, that's on the stand. Her jets are white. That is white. His jets are yellow. It was white. All right. Doing this differently. I have my, well, you saw I had Mikey. I've got my usual size comparison figures. I didn't bother grabbing Bluegrass because I've got Silverhawks to compare to Silverhawks. So, knocking Spawn. There you go. McFarlane, Mortal Kombat 11, Curse of Spawn, NECA, Secret of the Ooze, Michelangelo, Jack's Pacific, Super Mario, custom cape, custom. You saw Deadpool. Yeah, I should stand him up, sue me. Please like and subscribe. Mattel, Masterverse, Revelations, Stinkor, Custom Head. FX, Ben Affleck Batman. Again, in a pose, doesn't really illustrate height that well. Again, can't stand because the way the sculpts of his boots are, and with the toe articulation that doesn't even have any range, but affects his ability to stand stably. Nope, he's not gonna stand over there either. Boss Fight Studio? Fresh Monkey Fiction. Ooh, sorry, Fresh Monkey. Fresh Monkey Fiction, Eagle Force. Agent Grimm, aka whoa, Keanu Reeves. Keanu's a national treasure. I am not making fun of him. Diamond Select Toys, G.I. Joe Mini-Mates, Storm Shadow. Height comparison. These live streams are like the Wild West, man. Anything goes. I've been ranting for hour 15 on 2 figures. Uh-oh. Okay, no, it's still plugged in. I want to pose him with that, but I also want to glue that hand in. I'm going to do a splade for his... Where did I put his... I'm staring at them. See this? His lassos. Because it's a different... Because it's like a pale vanilla, and this is like a brown, like a tannish khaki brown. Darker than khaki. That's close for khaki. Kind of got like a peachish tone. I was like, where is it? Where is it? Because I was looking for the brown. Again, I still really, really like this hand. Here's my neighbor slamming doors. Might be able to get that in. It's the wrong hand, it's the left hand, but it's like I might be able to get that in, but you know, maybe the angle would hide the fact that the skin tones aren't even close. I'm hungry. Keep mentioning that. Hi, person. Thank you for joining me. You want to catch the kittens? This will be uploaded after I'm done. What was I doing? Going crazy. My dad, rest his soul, would get into like moods like that. We'd be like, you know, what am I doing? Where am I going? Going crazy. You want to come with? Typical dad stuff. I miss you, Dad. 3 years this Christmas. So it was December 18th, so it was 7 days before Christmas of 2021. Lost my dad. Miss him every day. Not getting easier. So it doesn't hold that well. Plug in his lasso. So his skirt and belt are a softer plastic. And this is a more rigid plastic, but I also don't want to break that peg off. So, if you're, you know, since you're joining me late, the smoke bomb didn't break. It's a little keyhole, and there's a peg on his middle finger on the hand. Just looks like they weren't glued. His lasso came off. I'm gonna glue it. So you could get upset about it, but I'm choosing not to. So I'm saving my rage for the vac metal the Silverhawks, because I've already seen problems with other people's, and you know, as I said at the beginning of the video, my childhood was dinosaurs, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Silverhawks. So I didn't need them to be vac metal. I didn't. You know, That's one thing that keeps getting thrown back in our face, which is what is scaring me about these vac metals, that they were done so shoddily on purpose, so they could be like, see, we told you they couldn't be done. Or A, if you'd done them right, maybe the faces and arms wouldn't be flaking off, because, you know, yes, the faces and arms flaked off on the vintage, but I'm going to show that in a bit. It took 40 years for that to flake off. It's not flaking off 5 seconds out of the package. Yeah, see, now I'm getting mad. Not a Super 7 fanboy, not a Super 7 hater either. It seems like those are the only two people that exist, because, you know, life is clearly black and white. It ain't shades of gray. That was sarcasm. Life is shades of gray. Hopefully the music's not too loud. I can't see the comments because I'm having to do this on my iPad because my personal laptop got bricked while I was trying to set this up. So last time I live streamed, I was able to watch the comments because it was on my laptop. But well, I'm happy with these purchases. Just, you know, that's a little loose. It's a ball joint, easily fixable. Shouldn't have to fix it. Easily fixable. I'm going to put this in the fold of the table. It's a folding table, so the divot between the two halves, so it doesn't roll off the table unless it rolls down the ridge. So I don't lose it before gluing it. So neutral head. I like if it's not a ridiculous alternate face. I usually like to go with alternate faces for my displays. And in the case of both kittens, their alternate faces are the clear winners. So, Super 7, Thundercats Ultimates, Wily Kit, and a Wily Cat. Big thumbs up. Definitely go buy them if you can, where you can. If they come back in stock on BBTS, I was earlier singing the praises of the new Sezzle payment plan. How I was able to get these, because you know, I live alone. I live in America, so I'm broke. I'm broke. Yeah, can't. I am not Dave Chappelle. I cannot repeat that word. Definitely not on YouTube, not on a live stream, not recorded, not even off, because, you know, I'm not a hateful person, so I'm not going to say hateful stuff. Not even in private, not even in secret, not even going to think it. Ah! Well, that is one of my favorite Chappelle Show quotes. I'm broke, brother. I'm broke. All right. Silverhawks. No slipcover. Wish that they had kept the slipcover instead of the bag, because cardboard is more recyclable than plastic bags. So if cost was the issue, or the environment, I don't know the cost difference between thin cardboard and bag plastic, but if it's comparable, should have kept the slipcovers. Because I keep some cool slipcovers. I don't keep the boxes. Boxes go in the trash. I'm having problems getting the bag off the box. Ooh. So unlike the, which I don't have, I have a slip. I mean, you saw it. I have a Silverhawk slipcover. I do have Monstar's slipcover as well, the big Monstar. It's shiny too. I don't have any of their boxes, so I don't remember if the boxes are different. Maybe because they are Silverhawks, but the shiny metallic color, in contrast to the flat red that the Thundercats, flat red and black Thundercats were. And this black is not chrome and shiny, but the red on it is chrome and shiny. So, window there, shiny there, logo name, Ultimates logo, Super 7, Legalese barcode. shiny chrome picture with bio. Let's get him out. I'm worried about shaking the camera, and I'm like, camera, me on the screen. Stop looking at me on the screen, TENIME. Hi. Worried about shaking the camera, and I'm also worried about the stuff falling over. So, because one thing that I absolutely will not excuse Super7 for is the fact that I have to use waist supporting stands, and that for these figures because their hips are too loose. Super7's got loose hips, NECA's got loose ankles. I can't effing win, man. So, I have a filthy, filthy mouth. I have no problem swearing. I'm not refraining from swearing for anyone's sake except my own. I know YouTube doesn't like it because we must think of the children. We can't parent our children, so we have to censor adults using adult language. That insert's awesome. It's just plain red, but it's reflective. I might hang on to that just for like a like customizing potential down the line. So this, as I was saying earlier, I want to cut the front out and frame it. So even that embossed one too. It's cool to have a frame on the wall, you know. Oh, I've got you can't see it, but the insert of a Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified movie, the Snake Eyes movie figures. I don't know who it came from. I don't remember if all the inserts were the same, but it's just the insert had the Arashikage symbol on it. I kind of like the Arashikage symbol, and just like a cool like painterly background behind the Arashikage symbol. So I kept the insert. I cut the sides and ends off, and it's in a little 5x8 frame up on my wall. So $1.50 frame from Walmart. All right, let's get him out. So the only, hopefully the music's not too loud. Oh, I lost you. I lost my viewer. My one viewer who came in. My childhood Silverhawks, I only kept Bluegrass and Flashback, and I know I have both of Flashback's wings. I could only find one. I moved recently, 2 years ago, so of course I'm not done unpacking. But I know for a fact I do not have anything from Bluegrass anymore. I don't have his hat. I don't have his guitar. But I still have him. I'll bust him out when I pull the Shiny Hawks out. Needle nose pliers help me grab the ends of these little clear plastic thingies that are holding them in. Grab a hold, pull it away from the tray so you can snip it. Maybe? Did it snip or is it stuck? Oh, it snipped one part of it off. Bro, you suck. That thing. It's getting hot in here. I'm getting hungry. You've said that 12 times. I'm going to stop watching this video. We're only at an hour and a half. If you're still watching, even if this is on in the background, thank you. Hold the tray up to the light. Make sure you didn't leave any accessories inside it. Don't drop the little things holding them into the tray on the floor because you'll step on them in your bare feet and it'll hurt. Maybe not as much as a Lego, but still, it'll hurt. So, as I said earlier, I broke the hand peg on my cartoon version of Buzzsaw. One of the hands. I mean, the rest of the hands were fine. doing just this, testing the joints. Okay, that worked. I do have. Well, it's no longer boiling. I did boil some water. That is definitely not hot enough to free up stuck joints, so hopefully I don't have any stuck joints. Beautiful. Beautiful. Of course, was that a... Oh, yeah, okay, that was the same hinge that broke, so... vertical hinge. My favorite. Broke. Then we have his alternate head. Oh, cool, the saw does spin. His mouth is open like the toy would do, only this is not jointed like the toy, they just sculpted it separately, so... the alternate heads that came with the cartoon version, you have a smooth one that does spin, but it's smooth, so it looks like it's spinning so fast that the saw blades are just, they're one smooth mass. They don't spin on this head, that's weird, okay? So then the display head is the one that spins. I don't know why that doesn't spin. If it can spin on... Ah! Ooh, that's a lot thicker, too. That's what she said. But it does spin. Maybe not fast or freely, but it spins. Okay. Gun hand? Oh my god, my accessory bin's next to me. Oh. This is so cool. Like, obviously, you know, it's nice to have the... I mean, his eyes are painted. His eyes are painted, so... But, his joints are a little loose. Come on, this is the second reuse of this mold. He should not be this loose, but... his tail swivels, his head swivels, his buzzsaw spins, and then he's got pin swivels right there for his wings. His legs... Oh! They have some movement. Comparing him to the cartoon version. Fold the wings in, so. Cartoon. Toy. Oh man, I don't know which one I want to display. I might stick with the cartoon version. So. And I'm sorry, I don't have the name rattling around in here. You know, if I hadn't had technical difficulties at the start of the stream, I would have been way more prepared with notes of dates and names and stuff, so I could have looked like I knew what I was talking about instead of just being a poser. But I'm a poser, so that's pretty cool, though. I especially like that it's similar color to the vintage Monstar, a lot closer to vintage Copper Kids bird too. So, I'm not putting my mouth on that. So, this is not my childhood one. I got it off eBay 15 years ago, like before they skyrocketed, when I could have gotten the entire series on card for whatever they retailed for in the 80s. And I was stupid that I didn't, because now they're like 500 a piece. So, yeah, but Copper Kid. And Hot Wing, I also got off eBay. Monster, I also got off eBay. I did have them as kids. I just didn't keep them. I thought I had Quicksilver, but the only other vac metal thing I could find that I owned that wasn't a vintage Silverhawks was a 90s Playmates Wildcats Void. So I brought her out to compare to Quicksilver, because I could have sworn when I got Monstar, Hot Wing, and Copper Kid off eBay, I could have sworn I got a Quicksilver too, but if he wasn't in the bin with them, then I don't have him. So I may not know where Flashback's other wing is, but I at least knew to put the vintage Silverhawks all in the same bin. Just not both of Flashback's wings. Well, make sure there's no accessories there. It's getting a little dark in here. I may have to turn the light on again. It started later than I wanted to, so There's the toy version. He's beautiful. That doesn't spin either. That's lame. Nope. So yeah, he's pelvic thrusting. Really drives you insane. He's doing the time warp again. I am proud of the pose of him pulling like the chest ripcord to get his buzzsaws going. So I was very proud of that pose. So same figure. Shoulder blades spin. It'd be cool if I could find some way to swap them out just to have like the two-tone versus the single tone. I like mixing and matching because I don't have nostalgia goggles. I like to mix and match what made me love it nostalgically with things that can be improved upon. As I started to rant earlier and never finished because I'm also ADHD. I got off on a tangent as I am wont to do. Nostalgia goggles do not allow for improvement because it can't be improved upon. The first was the best and will always be the best. He's got his ball joint arms. Oh shoot, he doesn't come with extra. Oh, that's lame. I'm gonna have to repaint. I have to repaint one of those spares then. That's so dumb. Come on, Super7, what the heck? You guys suck. Especially since he doesn't have vac metal, so why jack up the price on him and Monstar? They don't have vac metal on them. At least Monstar has an extra head. Well, okay, fine, he's got an extra head. This did not eat the budget for these. When the original had 3 heads, you only give him 2, one of which... Oh, I didn't even have... Speaking of open mouth head. So you gave him that same head. You leave this head out entirely. You don't give us that head. Instead, you open his mouth all the way. I understand you had to sculpt a new saw blade. All the rest of the saw blades are identical. Ooh, spins a lot more freely than my right shoulder one just doesn't want to spin. You couldn't include these. You couldn't include these cast in black, no paint. I don't think this is painted. See, now my Super7 love is starting to... The goodwill from the Thunder Kittens is wearing off. What fell? Something fell. Oh. I didn't know it was a separate piece. Is it stuck or glued, or maybe I don't want to pop that off? It just looks like the glue came off, so it just looks like it just looks like it's supposed to sit there. And glued in on this side, but it's going to be between him and the body, so I'm never going to see it. I was just surprised when something hit my leg on the way down. All right, which arm is this? This is the right arm. Swivel. Hinge. Yeah. I'm a little gun shy. Monstar 2. I did not get the new Monstar. More than 90 with all that sculpting in the way. It's pretty good. Like, how the heck are you supposed to get that out when you have no leverage? You jerks! You gave us the hands to hold the rip cords. Not going down. It's on them. I did it successfully over here. Just I'm hitting the ridge on the way down, but like, oh, then maybe they didn't give you. No, they're identical. Because the one I broke is the thin. Oh. Oh. It's moving. That one was a little tighter than the loose ones. Well, no point in sliding it down. This is a softer plastic. I wonder if I could RIT dye it. Or is it RIT dye? It's RIT dye, you moron. Stands for Rusinate Isonblel Phyllamazole. I don't know. Because then I wouldn't have paint, like I wouldn't have black paint coming off on the green. You jerks. Oh my God, you jerks. That's... Oh. I thought he would be fine and that I'd get mad about the quality control on the vac metal Hawks. But you already got me mad with friggin' Buzzsaw, man. They come out too, watch. They come out. It's the same it's the same torso. So I don't know why they couldn't give us the extended ones in black. Because I really, really like that pose. He's like, rum, rum. Or if you're a fan of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, the Chatty Cathy who pulls her own string and lets it snap back. You flippin', I'm trying not to swear because of YouTube, but you flippin' jerks. That came off a little too easily, so. I mean, just hold him tight. See, you move it on the ball and it'll come off. But hey, you know what? You don't need to hold him by his head. And that's the alternative of it being difficult to put on. So, it's a ball joint, but there's the way it's sculpted, there's no real move for even swivel, because then it makes it come off the ball. So, but the saw blade spins, it's sculpted open. You jerks. Swivel waist, hinge and swivel hips. They're plugged down, it's a peg into the thigh, so you get a swivel thigh. You get hinge and swivel knees. No? Okay. It's the shin that swivels, but because of the knee pad and the sculpting on the sides of the knees, it's not going anywhere. You paint inside the joint flaking off. Like I said, it happens to every company that does that, so that is not something to ding Super7 for. Well, it doesn't happen with NECA. Yes, it does. I should have taken a picture to prove you people wrong. 100% happens with NECA. Good ankle pivot. Really, really good ankle pivot. Of course, like I showed, pelvic thrust to not fall over. I do have him leaning against the wall up on my display, but because I wanted him to stand up on the table, I had to pelvic thrust him. He's not, he looked like he was going to pitch forward on his ankles. Which joint did I test? Okay. The pointy armor gets in the way of going, but it still goes up pretty far. Out past 90. That's awesome. Swivel thigh. Swivel shin, no range. Little past 90, it's not bad. Yeah, not going to be putting this guy in a wide range of poses, As long as he can stand on my shelf and not in a vanilla pose. Collectors don't let friend collectors display vanilla poses. It's got a good base there. This green paint. I'm having Xerix and Zork and NECA Triceraton flashbacks again. Swivel. Oh, yeah. That rotates too. Just, woo! Oh, that's plastic. Green plastic. Oh. And bend his elbows backwards if you want. Almost 90 backwards. And slightly past 90 forwards. So, spinny blade. All right. I'm getting hot. I'm not getting hot. I am hot. As I lose the viewer. Thumbs down. Like and subscribe. I'm pissed about that, man. I am pissed that they did not give us these in black. That is, oh. Well, so hang on. Show you the same mold, repainted. This was the only one I broke. Same with Monstar. The rest of both of their hands are fine. It's just, it was a little frustrating to break one hand of each. I was like, really? Like, I am really, really liking the toy orangish. But it is giving me major Copper Kid bird vibes. So I may display, no, I will. I'm deciding it. You heard it right here first, live, an hour and 6 in. We're only 3 figures into a 5-figure opening. I am displaying the cartoon Buzzsaw bird. Sorry, I don't have his name. With the green toy version of Buzzsaw. So there. Since I eventually want to put him in the same zip cord pose, I'll put the wide hand on his right arm. Pop. It's always better to pop it off than break it off. That's what she said. And then we'll put a solid one. So basically I'm trying to match this pose. Pop that in. That slides in easy because that was the one on in the package. So these were not. So, but you saw it slid in there nicely. Cover the cap. Actually, before I drop it, I'm going to make this easier on me. Slide it over the ball. What cap? All right. So then, with no ripcord to pull. Friggin' jerk! You friggin' jerks! I want to swear so badly. I know I'm an hour and 8 minutes into this, and I think it's, if you swear in the first, I don't know, 5 minutes, then it gets flagged for, inappropriate content or whatever. Which, I mean, they don't take it down, but it's, it's harder for the algorithm or search engine to find. But sometimes my mom watches these and she doesn't like me to swear, so love you, Mom. Hi, Mom. Maybe widen his stance a little. Nothing beats a good A stance. A. Beautiful. And you know what? See, the ankles are starting to... It was the hips on the yellow one. No pelvic thrust. So that's a win. See, I don't let poop like this ruin the entire thing for me. This upsets me. It's just a toy. Yes, but this toy cost more than this toy and came with less than this toy. When 99.9% of this toy is the exact same as this toy, just in a different color. So they could have done the same here, giving us these in black. So, looks like I'm gonna have one tan for the yellow and one black for the green, and then I'll just deal with they each have the closed ones. So, but I was gonna say what a GYP, but I know that is short for a Romany slur that the Romany people don't like. So, like I said, I'm not a hateful person. I'm not a problematic person, although I guarantee you there are plenty of people in my past that could bring up 1,000 things that I did wrong. Gee, maybe it's because I was undiagnosed autistic and you were treating me like shit. So any normal person should react negatively to being treated like shit. But then you have an autistic person being treated like shit. Definitely not going to react well. Lost my viewer. Sorry, viewer. Sorry to get all serious on you. I'm trying to pop the ripcord out so I can put his arms at his sides to put him in storage. Pop the arm off. Woo! That was in there tight. All right, make a shout. The sun's coming back out. Really? 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 This is a problem I have with Super7. I will never defend this. I'll never defend anything bad, period. But I will acknowledge the good, which is something haters don't do. Haters focus on the bad and say, see? My preferred company doesn't do that. Super7 is not my preferred company. They're the only ones with Silverhawks and Thundercats license right now, so. All right. Time for some shiny hawks. I'm gonna write some lyrics to this royalty-free lo-fi music. Time for some shiny hawks. Right. So, move him to the side. Size comparison. I didn't do a video for the original one, so. Quite a bit larger. Farlane, Mortal Kombat 11, Shadow of Spawn, NECA, Secret of the Ooze, Michelangelo. I don't feel like straightening out Deadpool or Math X Batman, sorry. Hasbro Marvel Legends Deadpool. With his Bagman Kick Me sign, his blue and orange tipped Desert Eagle. He's got a taco, he's got a TV remote. It's actually not a TV remote, that's the remote control from the Atrociraptor set from Mattel's Jurassic World Dominion. Came with an Atrociraptor. Oh God, I never knew how to pronounce her name in the first place. That gorgeous Asian woman who was Daisy's mom in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Deichmann Lachman or something like. I apologize. I get mad when YouTubers mispronounce celebrities' names, and I didn't even I'm not even reading the name. I just made a wild guess at what the name was, let alone mispronouncing it. But yeah, this is my default Deadpool. It was for the longest time it was the Juggernaut Wave one, and that's probably the best comic book Deadpool that Hasbro's made. But as soon as I got him, I'm like, you know what? That's my default. So that's how he sits on with the soda cup, soda pop. Born and raised in the Midwest, so I only spent preschool in Georgia, so I should default to pop, but for some reason, and I did say pop my entire childhood, but the last, I don't know, 5 or 6 years, I've just been saying soda for some reason. I don't know why. We don't say soda up here in Chi-Town. I don't know why I want the southern accent. That's not a Chicago accent. I'm a mess, guys. I'm a mess. Please give me a like and a subscribe. Mattel, Masterverse, Revelation, Stinkler, Fresh Monkey Fiction, Action Force, Agent Grimm. We're still not done. Hour and 15 minutes in, and we're still not done. I still have the 2 Chrome Hawks to open. Diamond Select Toys, Minimates, G.I. Joe, Storm Shadow, Jax Pacific, World of Nintendo, Super Mario. Custom Cape. I'm sorry if you've been watching this whole thing from the beginning, me repeating things that I already said in the video. So it's trying to make it accessible so people can dip in and out and still catch what I'm saying. So I need to dye one of these black. And then there we go. Doesn't clash. Almost kind of matches his saw blades. So. And I'm very, very impressed that not only did I not have to pelvic thrust him to get him to balance, but he's also standing in an A pose, and that is not something that bad hip and bad ankle figures can do. So, and not that you saw a lot of friction when I was testing the joints, and you know, his weight may still, I may still lean him back a little once I put him in the display against the wall, but for now, oh well, I'm not taking her off the board, but I will compare Super7, Thundercats Ultimates, Wily Kit, green paint, spit or skin flake. My hands are dry. Hot out. I've said it a million times in past videos. I'm not going to lotion my hands and then get lotion all over my figures. I will lotion my hands after I'm in with the figures. Sorry, I just hit him against the stand that's holding the iPad up from falling. Yeah, I'm keeping these out for the duration of the video just to illustrate that I may love some things Super7 does. There are other things I do not like. And again, I've had this happen with just as many NECA figures as I have with the Super7 figures, so it's no excuse for either company. Put these in the accessory bin. Sorry, look. I'm barefoot, and I just threw Yellow Buzzsaw's arm onto my toe. Yeah, I was getting confused by the arm that I have not yet plugged back in. Plug it back in. And where's the closed one? There we go. The closed handle. Might as well fill that hole. There we go. And money is the reason I don't have the newest wave with Molecular, Mumbo Jumbo, Hot Wing, and their boss. Condor is a different Silverhawk. Stargazer. Holy crap. Commander Stargazer. He's a poser. He's not a real fan. This is my childhood Bluegrass. He's my favorite character. And another concern about the quality of these vac metal cameras over here. Another concern about my quality about these Super7 vac metal ones is that they will say, okay, well then we're not going to make any more. And they won't make Bluegrass, Copper Kid, or Steel Will. Yeah, see? The flesh is scraped off him too. And you can see vac metal under the paint on his nose. You can see plastic under the paint on his elbow. And then some blue under there. Is that vac metal? Yes, that is. So yeah. So the white plastic scraped down off the vac metal, and then vac metal under the flesh paint, and then plastic under the vac metal. But again, this is an almost 40-year-old figure. Despite being on the spectrum, still played with my shit. He's barely scuffed at all. Really hope I find that other wing. I know I have it. Just don't know where. Yeah, these were my childhood with Ninja Turtles, but unfortunately, except for Ground Chuck, I had gotten rid of all of my childhood Ninja Turtles. So there's that dark period in every collector's life when he starts hitting puberty and he starts to cave to the neurotypical norm of acting grown up. C.S. Lewis, I don't have the actual quote, but look it up. C.S. Lewis said that the act of acting grown up is inherently more childish than enjoying things that those people consider childish. So I'm mature where it matters, and all those people who toys are for kids are immature in the ways that I am mature, and the ways that an adult should be mature. But I'm still gonna play with toys and watch cartoons. So, and Japan, animation's an art form. Comics are an art form. It's not kid stuff. So America's just, well, if you hate the country, you can leave. Yeah, because if you get a flat tire on the side of the road, you abandon your car and you walk away, right? Right? You just abandon the car with a flat tire? No, you change the flat tire. Getting all political here. Let's open these Hawks. We're already at an hour 20, hour 22. Steelheart? Let's go Steelheart. Plastic bag. I already covered why they could have ditched the plastic bag for the cardboard slipcover if it was indeed a budget thing. So once this uploads, just watch from the beginning, and then you can stop where you dropped in. You don't have to rewatch all the stuff you already watched just because you watched it live. Like and subscribe. I complained about this last live stream too, that it's unreasonable for YouTube to expect every single creator to say like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notifications, hit that bell icon for notifications. It's like, that's great if you're subscribed to one channel. If you're subscribed to 300 channels, those notifications will drive you insane. It's unreasonable, YouTube. You got to stop requiring people to say this or punish them with your algorithm. Awesome shiny blue, shiny blue, shiny blue, shiny blue, shiny blue, name and bio, picture, logos, barcodes. Here's where I'm worried. I would be upset if these things were $5, and they are not. They are $55. So I'm very, very worried and am pre-upset for any scrapage or part, like joint integrity. So there's the cartoon version. And again, Brian Flynn, you making these crappy so you can say I told you so is not only a worse practice than ignoring all of the requests for better articulation range, better tolerance in joints, but literally every single person on the face of the planet, there might have been 2 or 3 loud jerks going, we want back metal, but me and everyone else that I know who wanted these figures just wanted this shiny instead of matte. That's it. You never had to make these if this were shiny, and you've done shiny before. Your Czarface Ultimate, the silver paint used on him and on some of the worst Ultimates. That silver paint is perfect for Quicksilver, and you give us this throw up gray that's kind of pearlescent. Well, but it's the cartoon. No one asked. The customers didn't ask for that. Again, going back to the Joe Dirt quote, it's not about you. It's not what you like. It's the customer. If you want to make customs for yourself with no articulation and ugly paint, that's your prerogative. If you are making something to sell to other people, sorry, you're at their whim. And I know that it is impossible to please everyone, but these simple fixes, they're fixes, not changes. These simple fixes would have made everyone happy. Again, you would have had 2 or 3 people still bitching and moaning, but... All right, so I think for everyone, if they make more toy versions, I'm gonna go with Cartoon Bird. Cartoon Bird on toy version, I like that. Because again, these toy birds, oh, it is, my nostalgia. Oh, my nostalgia, this is so good. And they painted the eyes. This warms my nostalgia gland so much. I'm going to, this is a family channel. I'm gonna nostalgia finish. Sorry, Mom. And then you made an orgasm, though. Joke. Same swivel joint hips. No joints in the wings. Swivel joint on the neck. I'm hungry. I've been off this whole week, so my sleep has been weirder than usual. I mean, I don't sleep during a 9 to 5 work week as it is, but like, I feel like I've been getting less sleep this week when I haven't had to set alarms or. I appreciate the sculpt of the Grippy, but like there should be, especially Tallyhawk, it doesn't have those feet like that. I wouldn't want a permanent hole in the arm to plug them into. I wouldn't want a permanent peg inside the talons. And I get how a whole new arm just for holes in it to plug the bird in is an insane ask, and that's not what I'm asking. I don't know what the solution is there, but it shouldn't be this difficult to plug them onto the arms like that. So stop looking at yourself on the screen and look at the camera, TENIME. Holy crap. I'm sorry. So there's a chamois cloth, which is really funny. I did wash my hands before starting, but you know, I've been sitting here touching plastic and just, I'm oily in general. Little chamois cloth to shine up the back metal. I'm looking at the flesh paint on the arm. Bro, that tape. Good Lord. I want to cut the cloth. Now the cloth is cut, so I'm sinking my claws in the silver screen. Sorry. Shout out to my boys in Ice 9 Kills. They're not my boys. It'd be awesome if they were my boys. I'm a big fan. DM me, Spencer. I want to be your friend. I've been throwing garbage on the floor. Ooh, popping these out. Oh, it's going to be worse when I'm pulling the figure out, man. And push on the plastic that is sculpted over the arm to... I mean, this is the full arm, so at least I don't have to worry about flesh paint coming off, but... All right, the hinge works, the swivel works. It's so slippery, and there's not a lot of room to grab to turn the joint. Okay. Just trying to orientate the shoulder. The shoulder was upside down. Trying to orientate. Look how shiny that is. Woo! Definitely can't see that on my camera. I'm going to need to turn my light on because the sun's going down. Oh, that purple hue. It is not silver. That is chrome purple. I should have gotten like a... from the boiled water. That is no longer boiled. That will no longer help with stuck joints. I was mainly worried about Buzzsaw because I'd broken it. I'm going to keep bringing that up, Super7. I don't want to put these on the plastic table. All right, here's the worry. The flesh arm. Okay. Hang on. I have pantsy. Light. Light. I wanted to start at 3 and be done by now. Almost 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. Time for dinner, man. I didn't even have lunch. Had a pair of waffles and a popsicle when I woke up. Hinge. Swivel. See, my initial thought was, hey, what if I cover the flesh in overcoat, like brush on overcoat, but because it's on top of the vac metal, which I don't know how. It's just Kenner or LJN? No, LJN was Thundercats. Doesn't mean this can't be as well, but oh man, my eyes are not good enough to do that. Get my little light magnifiers. That's not helping. Telepix? Well, that's okay. Made in... Copyright Telepix. Made in Macau? I don't know. He's made in Taiwan. This is MACAO, man. And copyright 1986, Telepix, Telepix. His hawk symbol is rubbed completely off, but his is still intact. I think they were Kenner. Maybe Hasbro, but again, the flesh scraped off, being painted over the vac metal. But again, this took 3 decades in rough play, not pulling a brand new thing out of the box, which I haven't scratched this yet, but who knows, you know. Also haven't plugged the arms in, I haven't plugged the hand in, like, this is the pose I want. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with the wings colliding with the stand either. And I don't want to, you know, I know some people are, I mean, I'm absolutely glad to have it as an option. But that's not how I want to display them. I want to display their faces visible. So if the face paint scrapes off, that you know, oh, I just go with this. This isn't what I wanted to display. Options are always good. See, like I'm getting like legit. I haven't even done anything to it yet. Like nothing bad has happened yet. Knock on wood. And I'm just preemptively just sad. I can't put the accessories with the other accessories that are going to get scratched. I'm going to have to put them in a bag. Like, I don't have any, like, acid-free, BPA-free. I just got, like, you know, Target brand Ziploc freezer bags. Oh, man. I wanted this. I had spent the money, so that's what I meant by I wanted it. Again, I did not ask for this. I would have liked just shiny. And I would have been happy with despite having to use stands, despite birds not staying on, I would have just been happy having new Silverhawks figures. I was just happy having new Silverhawks figures. I didn't need them to remake anyone with different paint jobs or anything. You know, be happy with what you have. And always look for something new. Flesh fists, horizontal, and that's a good hinge for it. Flesh, karate chop. It's flying. It's flying. Or fly. You can't see because I'm past the camera. Again, horizontal hand, good. Grip hand with nothing to grip. Then why didn't you give us the ripcord for Buzzsaw? You could have saved the grip hands from the Hawks who have nothing to grip, and you could have given him his black ripcords. Flesh grip, horizontal hinge, not my preferred. I preferred vertical. Prefer vertical. So I didn't pose this one with the karate chop hand, but I think I might. I think I might with this. So plugs in nicely. Okay. Stays in nicely. You see the you can see the purple better now. Look at that purple. Woo! One of these days I'll finish my artwork of the Silverhawks. You to see how crappily I tried to do a chrome look in my solid cartoony art style. All right, next hands. No one won't mind if I eat during this. I won't. I have misophonia. I know how it is. So, back metal grip hand. See, the back metal's only scratched off the joint. That is understandable. Just like the paint on the joints. With any company. That wasn't a complaint. I was just laughing at all the paint chips, you know. So that I'm not mad that the back metal's coming off the joints after moving the joints. I'm upset because people have had the flesh paint come off of the vac metal. Arms and faces. Like, that's what I'm worried about. Or the fact that arms won't stay plugged in, or I know every Quicksilver, like his left foot won't stay on. So I'm gonna have to bust out my hot glue gun, fill the hole with some hot glue, stick the peg in, let it dry, pull it out, and cover the peg. I'm covered in Vaseline. I don't have any Vaseline. Covered in like a sandwich bag. The hot glue shouldn't glue to the plastic. There has been a few times where I've been like, screw the bag, just pop it, because I use it for heads. Like if I'm doing head swaps between lines, I'm doing a Marvel Legends head on a G.I. Joe Classified, then, you know, sometimes the ball joint on the Classified is smaller than the socket hole on the Marvel Legends, and so you gotta fill it in with something and hot glue is temporary, but more permanent than poster tack. So, I'm talking about everything on this video. I'm using tweezers to help me get into the little divots to help me pull out the hands. Because I don't want to manhandle these. Do I even want to test the joint on that? Like, because fist. She has the relaxed hands on her in the packaging. You know, I think I'm just gonna plug it in. I don't think I'm gonna move the joint at all. At least keep the vac metal on the front of it. Ooh, that is difficult. They vac metal the peg. Yeah, these are covered in fingerprints, man. I'm gonna have to like hold on to the stand while I rub her. Just say rub her down. Okay, just watch that flesh paint. I'm also worried about the integrity of the plastic. You know, just feel like it might be a more because it has to be harder plastic. You can't put vac metal on softer plastic. That was why that they initially said they couldn't do vac metal because people wanted this plastic quality with the vac metal. It's just it chemically won't stick. Customer asking the worker to do something they physically are impossible. It's physically impossible. Vac metal won't stick to the softer plastic, so it has to be a more rigid plastic. But there had to be a way to better protect the skin. Man, again, I don't know what Kenner Hasbro Kenner did in 1986. Maybe even manufactured in 85. But I was 3 years old. See how loose his... Again, almost 40 years. How many brand new figures, how many brand new Marvel Legends have I gotten out of the box that were marionettes? You know? Alright, I said alt heads with the Thunder Kittens. Looks like I did kind of go with the mad face on the cartoon version. But you're here for a review, and I should try and swap the heads. So, all right, I'm gonna put that face, not that head. Same, that head, same face as that. I'm gonna swap the heads. Helmet masked face. Same shiny chromy purple, little blue and black paint in the visor. Post Empire and Jedi, so they ripped off Boba Fett. How am I going to exert the force needed to pop this down without messing up that face? My back hurts because I'm sitting forward to get close to the table instead of leaning against the couch. All right, here we go. I am not putting scissors near this vac metal. Screw you. I wouldn't do it for the regular paint job. Cut from the back. Pull these up, and if you can't get a good grip with your fingers, if you have no nails, needle nose pliers. Grab, pull, snip. If the whole body is that brittle plastic, like, and these MFers break joints and crap, no accessories left. Okay, well, arm's not falling out. Wow, that Silverhawk symbol's great, man. Like, it's not just green, but there's like a black outline around it. That is freaking beautiful. Come on, camera. That is absolutely gorgeous. And the vac metal's gorgeous too, you know? Like, this is how I'm going to test the joints. So, upper bicep swivel, hinge and swivel elbow, and scrape. I did not scrape all of it off. Relaxed hand with a horizontal hinge and swivel. Hinge. Well, and then that swivels in the body, and then you have these swivel bicep. Ooh, not a lot of range there. I mean, and then the flesh paint that I'm manhandling. Yeah, you can see I'm scared. Okay. I have to put these like on my couch here, man. So they're on something soft. Move Quicksilver. He's over here. This buzzsaw's blocking the rest. Masked head. Grip fist. Grip fist. So a problem with my tune version is if you try and move the diaphragm joint, the seams, the plastic seams start to come apart. Well, I don't know if you can see that or not, but that was straight out of the box. It did not, like, it did nothing. Like, I tried to move the hip the way that it's sculpted to move the diaphragm the way it's sculpted to move, and yeah, plastic torso separating. So. Again, I don't like the unnecessary haters, but I'm also not gonna deny problems. You see, I already scuffed her, not her butt cheek, but the hip that goes under the butt cheek. I mean, that's about as far as it'll go. Like, I mean, that's as far as it'll go. It is a thigh cap, so you get some side to side rotation, swivel. And then you're not gonna get a lot of swivel there. It's not the knee. It's not the kneecap. It's the inside of the upper thigh. The way it's sculpted is hitting. That's as far forward as that goes. Really good back. Forward facing pin for rocker. I like those little spikes in the back. I mean, it's same mold. I already tried that hip. Tried that knee. That was the knee that I tried. I did not try this knee. Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, now I'll swivel there. Already scratched the back of the knee. It's the back of the knee. Again, like I said, I wasn't concerned about the joints, let alone the insides of the joints, let alone the inside of the back of the joints. That's, you know. Get her in an A pose. I mean, I may not need the stand. I'm going to use the stand because I don't want this falling, because this will shatter, I guarantee you. I don't have to worry about those hip or ankle joints, though. There's a plus. Very little down, no back, so the side to side. Comes off easily. I did not screw up cheek or forehead or chin. It's a dumbbell, but it's not moving. There's either no room at the mouth for it to tip, or it's straight down in, but there's a ball at the top. They're slippery. So if you got sweaty hands, they're gonna slide while you're... Whew. Okay. I'm scared, dude. That's why we're at 2 hours and I still have one figure to go. Yeah. Cartoon, toy. Would have been cool if they'd like put the action features in, but it had been a brand new mold. So this is just a straight remold with the eyes painted on the new one. So I like that there's more paint on the cartoon one. So like I'll be displaying the cartoon ones. Sorry, I don't know the name. Steelheart's bird. See, him I can put in the accessory bin. The hands, the flesh hands, the vac metal hands, I would assume that would get scratched. All right, because like just, of course, yeah. But like, look at how easily. No, you can't see. Like, I don't know if you can see how easily that joint is moving with almost no pressure. It's those weak hips is why she's on the stand. And then the ankles are, now see the ankles aren't great either. Like, look at that. Like, this should be played with joint integrity, not brand new, fresh out of the box joint integrity. Yeah, I know the music stopped. It said it was 12 hours. It's stopping at 51 minutes. So I'm sorry that I've had to repeat it twice now. It's the same mold, just back metaled. Oh, that's weird that she'll stand profiled to the camera. Is the table level? Move, bird. Go. I'm waiting to put the arms in when I get her on the stand. That's why. That might scratch it more. Man, shouldn't be this worried about a toy. Again. There are similarities and there are differences. And just holding them as loose as he is, he feels more sturdy than her. That's, come on, man. That may be why they were rotated the way they were. trying to see how it was rotated. Okay. Okay, plugs in nicely. Doesn't fall out. I have the shoulder upright. I have it maybe cocked a little bit so it's not completely even with the bicep and tricep. And then pulling the peg up a little. You can see it against the darkness of my shadowed forehead. Just to get more room, because if you go down a little bit, the wings... I'm sorry. The wings collide. Wings collide here too. It's just, I'm not worried about scraping paint with this, and the wings are softer, more pliable. So pop that up. Shadow forehead, there we go. Okay. Does like it not super solid in there, but that was, oh god. Everything tight. Things tightened, puckered even. Yeah, it's better than falling out. So had I pulled her arm out, wondering if I can just open that, so it's something for her to lean against, and then I can put some poster tack so she's tacked to the back of the stand. Or even just lean her back. And then that way I don't have to worry about sticking the prongs between the wings like I was doing for the softer plastic one. Look at how, well, as I was saying, when I was moving her from display to the table over here, he fell off and I was trying to put him back on and ended up yoinking her arm out. So it's solid, but whew, that's pretty though. That. These definitely have the visual factor going for them. Man, stressful. Though I'll be honest, I had not seen any paint scrapings or loose joints that won't stay plugged in with her. I've seen them on other people's Quicksilvers, and that hurt because I meant to hit myself on the side of the head, which would not have hurt. I hit myself in the ear, man. That hurt. Oh god. I'm just pulling them out, and I'll put the regular arms in to put her in storage. You want to see me do that, do you? Huh? And see, look, like, we got extra birds with the cartoon versions. Well, because all the money's going to the vac metal. Then why'd you raise the money for the vac metal? Why'd you raise the price? And again, Buzzsaw's not vac metal. Did their vac metal take from Buzzsaw's budget? Possible. You know, the complaint that goes around from a lot of apologists, toy company simps, if you will, is you don't know anything about toy production. And that may be true 75% of the time. But this stuff isn't hard to figure out, whether by logic or looking up footage, documentaries, processes, like. So yeah, at 41 years and 364 days. Actually, I was born at 2 something in the morning, so less than 364 days. 364 days and hours. I'm not good at math. At almost 42 years of age, with all of these toys, I know how toy manufacturing works. Thank you. So when I'm asking for a company to do something, I know it's possible. Especially if that same company has proven it with other products. I was gonna give her hands, but like, I think I mixed in the new flesh hands with the old flesh hands. You're not here for this. Sorry. Oh. She looked good from the front, because that's how I'm going to be seeing her on my shelf. Her legs are kind of turned. I swiveled it one way and didn't swivel it back. There we go. Her right knee was angled left. And hey, she ain't touching that stand. Again, better stability. Well, less range. More fragile, but better joint integrity. Ooh. That's gonna throw her balance off. I mean, don't touch the flesh. Don't touch the flesh. I like it. I dig it. I dig it. Can you dig it? Hour 61. Isn't that 2 hours? So why wouldn't it say 2 hours? Is that 160? Is that 161 minutes? It's been 3 hours. Oh my God. Holy crap. Okay, well, if you're still watching this, thank you. I really, really appreciate it, because holy crap. Hopefully you just put this on in the background while you're like, you know, doing laundry or dishes or opening your own toys. I'll do that. I'll put other toy reviews on, even if it's not the same toy. TV shows I've already seen 1,000 times, documentaries, when I draw too. So I was going to show you my iPad, but I'm streaming on my iPad. So, but yeah, when I draw, I'll put a 3-hour YouTube video on and just have it be background noise. And if the creator says something funny, then I'll laugh along, and all the way I'll just enjoy the music. So, Quicksilver box. Let's get him out. We still have the broken Monstar and Buzzsaw hands sitting in front. Here is Steel Hearts. Shammy. Look up Al Jolson. If you don't recognize the name Al Jolson, Jolson, look up Al Jolson. He was racist. He was extremely, extremely racist. There should be some clips on YouTube though. Like he's not screaming the word. I'm not even gonna get close on stream. But like it's just one of the first, or if not the first, well, probably not the first ever, but maybe the first to get famous for blackface. So not a person to enjoy, but if you're like me and you're not a hateful person, but you at least have enough of a sense of humor that you can laugh at how bad something is. Dark humor? Oh, no, do not take that out of context. I did not mean it like that. I meant like good and evil dark. Like, I hope the algorithm doesn't get me for putting these two words next to each other, but like dead baby jokes. Like that dark, not... Canceled. I'm already canceled. I don't even have 100 subscribers. I'm already canceled. Ooh. Tallyhawk doesn't look that different, which I kind of like. I had to poster tack Tallyhawk onto his arm because he would not stay, because Tallyhawk does not have the grippy grippies. Tallyhawk! Is it just me or is it getting dark in here? Dark light, see, like, because the sun's going down and my lamps aren't good enough because I'm not a professional at this. I don't have, you know, studio lights set up. All right, tap, 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 tap. My other Tallyhawk's in the other room because he's iconic and I wanted Tallyhawk in my bedroom. So. On the shelf. Y'all are canceled. Okay? Y'all are canceled. All right, so from the top, I was like, ooh, he's got the same paint apps, but he doesn't. Cartoon has... So the blue stripe that Toy has, Cartoon has gunmetal. And then there's blue around the gunmetal on the Cartoon version, whereas just the plain gray plastic. So I'm still going to display the Cartoon version because no chest paint. So he's got beak and eyes. He's got the same, they won't stand up. Come on, man. Come on, man. You're making me look bad. No rotation tail, rotation head. Again, I don't have the other Tallyhawk in my bin because it's the folded wings. It's just, it's this, but Tallyhawk. And actually the Sideman that I have displayed is the wings in because there's the wings out. So. Hinged knees. Tallyhawk gets more joints than the rest of the birds. Hinged hips. Wings are stationary. See, even... No, okay. I was gonna say even the toy Tallyhawk feels like a different plastic, but no, it's the same plastic. It's the same plastic. All right, I'm just gonna put him in the bin. So, okay. Quicksilver. Look at that silver. Look at that silver chrome. It's so good. Again, it is effing pretty. Put on the towel. Bro. Instead of pulling the bag off, just cut the bag open and pull the chamois cloth out. Okay. All chrome arm. All chrome arm. Swivel bicep, maybe. Oh. Oh, God. Oh. That peg, man. Mmm. Please don't break. Please don't break. Please don't break. Please don't break. I'm trying to turn it the way the other one's turned so I can get it ready to plug in. Woo! Up a little more. And I'm not trying to like get the... You can't even see it, man. Wow. The triangle with the hole in the middle. Like I'm not trying to get that to face forward, but because the shoulder is sculpted like a shoulder, I don't want the top of the shoulder on the underside. So I'm trying to keep that on top. While also, yes, having that face forward. If it would look fine with that facing back, I wouldn't care. But because, like I said, I want the top of the shoulder on the top. So. Greasy fingers, despite the fact that you've all just seen me touching toys. So you just scratched your nose, or you picked your ear. I didn't pick my ear. I scratched the inside of my ear with one finger, not my whole hand. I'd be afraid to like use hand sanitizer. Oh, bro. Like, I'm wondering what a heat gun or boiling water would do to the vac metal. See, because they're upside down, and so it actually curves down. I felt my finger hit the flesh, so I was worried about the paint. I'm also worried about this snapping. Man. Whew. Hinge and swivel. Again, grip hand with nothing to grip. Then don't give it to us. Other figures that don't come with accessories, please still keep giving us grip hands, because at least we can use accessories from other figures. But if you're worried about the budget, see, I want a karate chop hand for him, so I don't know why I didn't for her. Oh, he doesn't even come with the Tallyhawk controller, man. Like, it's not toy accurate. It's fine. And I didn't need it in, like, chrome gold. But you don't give us another one of the controller wristbands. But you give us a grip hand and nothing to grip. But still hike the price. Fewer birds. No extended ripcord for Buzzsaw. See, I can't even, like, I can't even lean him back because he just tips forward. That's why he was on this stand. And she'd be using a doll stand too. It's just I didn't have enough of these. Steel Will also has a doll stand. Because the jointed arms, even though they have got screws that you can tighten, oh, okay, well, knowing it's the same mold, it's not just a hinge with a forward-facing pin for rocker. The assembly that the hinge is in does swivel back and forth. I'm not going to try that with the vac metal, man. It barely budged as it was, so. But I guarantee it's in there. So the thigh cap is in there. I could see that, so. Like, the hinged arm stands are good for, like, more dynamic poses, but if you're just trying to keep a figure from tipping forward, a doll stand is the way to go. So, I don't know, there's like a pack of some amount on Amazon for like $30, but it's just, I had the $30 I wanted to spend on doll stands. Put that $30 towards these. Not them, but towards these. Sezzle payment plan, BBTS. BBTS, sponsor me, please. I'm not sponsored. I am not sponsored. There will be my Super7 affiliate link in the comments when this is uploaded. Super7.com/TENIME Art Studios. Take the three names in my channel name and just take the spaces out. TENIME Art Studios, one word. worry about his arms later. You've been on here long enough. Thank you. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. He's got fists on him in the box. He does have this really cool, like, no, splayed out hand. Gesturing hands. And then the karate chop hand, or the flying hand. So, horizontal hinge. Let's plug it in, shall we? Okay. And then the back metal equivalent. Well, what if that scratches it? Well, then it'll scratch it, but hopefully the scratches will be underneath it. Because, I mean, that looks pretty cool, right? No, it doesn't. It's the plain flat yellow against the chrome silver. It looks terrible. That should be chrome gold. No, it shouldn't. I like it. See? No nostalgia goggles. I'll mix toy with cartoon. Suck it. YouTube, please don't ban me for saying suck it to my one live viewer after 3 hours. 176 minutes, that's 3 hours. 180 minutes is 3 hours. We're at 176 and a half. There's the no for the back metal. Put it on the couch. Not in the bin. Grip hand, nothing to grip. Horizontal hinge. Yes, I'm still going to test all the joints because that's what a responsible collector does. Camera's down there, TENIME. Not over here. You're over here, TENIME. See? And like, you're over here, TENIME, but the camera's down here. Hi, guys! Unlike Steelheart, he does not come with a third head. So, helmeted, masked. Mandalorian plagiarism, little cowlick spiking up. I don't know if you can see that. You can see it there against the shadow of the shelf, but here we go. Arm, stand, tweezers. Oh, see? Can't grab it. You grab it, you pull it, you snip it. What are these called? Put it in the comments if you know. They're not twist ties. What are they called? They're like that at both ends. They're usually long enough for the limb that they're keeping in. What are these called? Where's my retail people? I never saw these in retail. Like the similar ones that were in like a little gun, like a sharp point that you could like puncture like price tags into stuff. But not both ends being this, keeping an action figure into plastic. Like, thighs, forearms. That's the only face we got. So if I see, like, it's already like. It was scratched in the package. Like, the paint doesn't even go all the way up to the crest. I don't know if you can see that, but like, not only does it not all, I mean, you can see that it doesn't go all the way up, but like, there's like on the widow's peak, it's like scratched across his forehead. And that's how it was in the package. Like I noticed that when I got him through the plastic bag. And this is the only unmasked head that we get. So I will not be attempting to swap these heads because this is the head I want on there, and I'm not going to mess up that face just to show you how well this goes on. Sorry. If you want this figure with this head, then you can be the guinea pig. Ooh, that is really, really good range. I don't like how loose that is, but that is really good range. That is definitely a dumbbell too, because that's like shifted. Like I don't know if you could like, go against the brown of my shirt. Like that's freaking awesome. Again, it's a little loose, a little wobbly, but like good range. Okay, and pull that out. Careful of the face. Watch the face, man. Watch the face. Okay, fist, hinge and swivel. Fist. Sorry, I'm hoping to replace my PC. I don't know if I'll ever be able to replace the laptop. I mean, financially, I didn't have that laptop had sentimental value. I don't think I could ever replace it. No, I'll happily replace it. Give me the money. But I'm hoping to replace my PC tower soon, so then I can get back to regular videos that are 23 minutes long with nice editing and stuff. And you don't have to look at me. Arm. Same articulation. No, I didn't put those arms in. Stop getting sidetracked! Just review the effing figure! There. Hinge and swivel, swivel bicep, hinge and swivel elbow. It was off camera, wasn't it? Seriously, 2 minutes past 3 hours. If you're still watching this, I love you. I love you. I absolutely love you. You are literally the best person who has ever lived. Come on, man. Why is he leaning like that? You're not Michael Jackson Quicksilver. Oh, I should have brought my Michael Jackson figure arts out. Because he comes with angles that aren't jointed, so they're solid, but they're permanently like bent forward, and then he's got a stand that looks like his shadow. So like my Michael Jackson figure arts, Smooth Criminal, is literally in the display like this, and I'm not scared of him falling at all. So. Oh, look at that, man. Because the originals, ooh, that is back metal coming off. Kind of don't want to brush that to the floor because that is metal. Get that in my foot. Hurt. What was I doing? You can't see it on him. It's worn off. And it's black on him, but the originals were just, it was the Silverhawks symbol was just green. I'm not gonna put green on a green. But these, like I showed with her, man, it's got like this black outline that is just so pretty. So pretty. It's got a waist swivel. I'm not gonna push it further than that. That's where it's stopping. I'm sure it could go further. I can show you on that if you need me to. His diaphragm really only rotates. There's no back or forth. There is no back or forth with that diaphragm. Legs again. That's as far. It doesn't no back. That's as far. Like I can hear the plastic like arguing with itself. He gets a good. Way better thigh swivel than she had. His knees Because when you're bending joints, you don't want to be putting pressure on the end of the joint inside, because that's what breaks it off. You want to be putting the pressure at the base. So that's why you, like, I'm not just yanking down from his ankle, I'm actually at the knee. That's as far as it'll go out there. That's as far as it'll go there. That's as far up as it goes. That's as far back as it goes. It is forward facing. The assembly inside is rotating. You're welcome. And then the ankle tilt. Please, Super7, please just make the rest of them. See, this is, people were having this foot come off and it is looser than the other. I might be able to pull it off without damaging anything. Actually, it looks like it's coming off on its own. But at least it's not falling off like other people's have been. So I'm not going to need to fill that with hot glue. So I did that the wrong way. I applied the pressure to the calf instead of at the knee. And that still rotates in there. All right, let's get these wings on him. So this slides up, and as it slides up, it should open out. Nope, nope, nope. I'm gonna have to do something similar to her, only like maybe. Like lean against that, because yeah, I don't want to stick it through the gap between the torso and the wing. Shoulder peg moves a lot smoother on there. I was terrified of snapping both those, man. Leave that hand in her arm. Actually, take the flesh one out. But I did leave the vac metal one in. So I'm leaving his vac metal one in. His vac metal fist. Get your mind out of the gutter. I did nothing dirty. I did nothing dirty. Get your mind out of the gutter. Honestly, some people. What do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people? So I don't think anyone would have been mad if they brought Robert Downey Jr. back to do T'Challa. But San Diego spoiler: Robert Downey Jr. is coming back to play Doctor Doom in the MCU. At one point in one universe in the comics, Tony Stark was Doctor Doom. So it's comic accurate, but it's just because it's source accurate, take your nostalgia goggles off, it's stupid. If you were going to reuse an existing MCU actor, Mads Mikkelsen was right there. But of course, they didn't care to bring John Krasinski back, or John Krasinski didn't care to come back. I love Pedro Pascal more than life itself. Well, no, not more than my friend Kat. So, sorry, Kat, he's yours. I'm backing off. Don't worry. I do not love Pedro Pascal more than Kat. He's not right for Reed. Like, they got Sue right. I think Vanessa Kirby is a great choice. Eben Moss Bachrach was already John Bernthal's microchip in Punisher. So if you're keeping John Bernthal, you're doing another Black Mariah. That's her comic book name was Black Mariah. Mariah Dillard Stokes. Frickin' was it Bushmaster in season 2? That guy was so good. Jet from Netflix Cowboy Bebop, which I have not watched, but he is so good in Luke Cage. It's just okay. Well, yeah. See, that's not the joint. That's the peg in the shaft. So then, since there is a gap, I might as well utilize frick. Thank you, Dr. Elliot Reed. For your applicable obscenity alternative. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. The fact that I have to be so scared, and we're at 3 hours and 10.5 minutes. Yeah, I took along with the kittens and Buzzsaw, and they don't have back metal, so, you know. Okay. Bring her back out. Because Broken Monster and Buzzsaw Hands. My childhood flashback. My childhood bluegrass. And eBay Hot Wing from 15 years ago. Not a recent eBay purchase. eBay. Move, Tallyhawk. I know Tallyhawk. Tallyhawk. First word of the theme song. Okay. That bird is coming off. I'm gonna put his arms down. eBay Copper Kid, again, 15 years ago, not recent. Monstar. Again, eBay purchase, but 15 years ago, not recent, but not childhood. Childhood flashback, childhood bluegrass. And then Playmates Wildcats, Jim Lee's Wildcats. Void, because she's the only other back metal figure I have. That is not a Silverhawk. Okay, well, we're wasting space over here, guys. Let's just scooch down. There we go. Look at all that back metal goodness. Okay, Super7, we need Flashback. We need Bluegrass, Copper Kid, and Hot Wing. And Commander Stargazer, and Steel Will, and Condor. Condor barely has any chrome on him. And then who's the teal guy? He also has less chrome. Condor has the least, then Stargazer, then the teal guy, then Flashback, and then I think everyone else is pretty even. It looks like Quicksilver is like leaning. My usual size comparisons. I'm just gonna lay everybody down so they don't fall. When I'm done streaming, I'm just gonna push the table all the way and eat on it instead of my usual tray because I'm starving. I don't feel like moving the table. Mattel Masterverse. See, her stand puts her up higher, so at least this doll stand is completely flat. Puts him up like a millimeter, maybe. You know, it's imperceptible. Hers, though, that is a significant amount of height. It's like a quarter of an inch, man. It's less than half an inch. But Fresh Monkey Fiction, Eagle Force. I called it Action Force earlier. Fresh Monkey Fiction, Eagle Force, Agent Grim. Diamond Select Toys, Minimates, G.I. Joe, Storm Shadow, Jax Pacific. Put your arms down. Jax Pacific World of Nintendo Super Mario. Hasbro Marvel Legends Deadpool. NECA. Secret of the Use, Michelangelo. Mortal Kombat 11, Curse of Spawn. Curse of Spawn? I feel like I said something different earlier. Crap. Matt Effect's Ben Affleck Batman, but he's not standing straight up and down, and he won't stand anyways, so. Like, it's only a good size comparison when he's straight up and down. I'm holding him up. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it, especially if you made it this far, if you made it through the whole thing. I really, really, really appreciate you. You know, I don't want to be famous, but I'd rather do this than my 9 to 5. And I love my 9 to 5. I've never loved a 9 to 5 in my entire life, and I started working when I was 14 years old at McDonald's. This is the first 9 to 5 that I genuinely love, and I do not want to lose the job. But if I was given a choice of making YouTube content, making my comic books, went to look at the iPad that is recorded, you know, making comic books and animation, obviously I would rather make the content. I'd rather be a content creator than my 9 to 5 office job that I dearly, dearly love. Please, please, I'm trying my best. Please let me keep my 9 to 5 office job. It helps me buy cool crap like this. If you could please give me a like and a subscribe, give me a positive comment below. I have rejection-sensitive dysphoria, and I'm very sensitive when it comes to bullying, so if you could just say something nice. Nice beard. That works. Support me on Patreon, patreon.com/TENIME, TENIME. Like I said, my Super7 affiliate link is super7.com/TENIME Art Studios, TENIME ART STUDIOS. Be safe, be good. Love you all. Except you. You know who you are. You can go walk into traffic. But I love everyone else. Bye, guys. Thank you. Did the awkward reach up to close the stream? Yeah, do stop streaming.